G'day! Today we're doing a transmission service on a Pajero 2000 model. Got the petrol motor and it's got the 5-speed automatic, the V5A51. Now these do have a dipstick, so you can check the oil level here when it's at operating temperature. There's a dipstick there just behind the engine oil one. Now while you're under the vehicle, good idea to check all your CVs, any oil leaks, tail shaft, any mounts. And this one is one of the fortunate ones where he's had a new exhaust system put on. Usually the exhaust's in the way here. You've got to take that front Y section of the exhaust off to get the pan off. But on this one, you still have to take the cross member off to get access to those rear bolts, but not as big a job. And he looks like he's got an oil leak there somewhere. 17mm plug. Now on those, because they've got a drain plug, quite often people only do an oil change on them, but it is important to take the pan off, clean the magnet in there, change the filter. On these you can actually even adjust the band. Now the pan is elasticed on here, so what we do, don't push a screwdriver in there, you'll actually bend the pan or damage the pan rail, the alloy there. Best to get like a solid steel blade like that and just sort of try and cut that elastic as best as you can. But what we do, we also tap it in, and it'll actually, once you lever it out enough, it'll dislodge that elastic. We just go around like that until it actually dislodges it. Off this side, and it's enough to actually wiggle it off now. Now, as I mentioned, you can do band adjustment on these. But most people don't do it. One, because you got to take the valve body off to access that little band adjuster there. What you got to do is remove that little cover there, and then you need a special tool to actually adjust it. So that's why most people don't do it. So filter change, clean the magnets, add additional magnets, clean the pan, is a lot better than just doing an oil change. Pan's all nice and clean. We like to put these magnets up on these little ridges. The idea for doing that is just so you can get a little bit of exposure of the underside of the magnet to work and collect all that rubbish that's floating around in there. The more surface area you have of the magnet working, the better it is. It'll collect more rubbish. You don't want that fine metal getting attracted to your solenoids. So it's a good idea to leave them in a spot where it's not going to be in the way of anything. Over these little channels there, or up on the ridge, or even up on their edge sometimes like that, depending on what one it is. But these are very weak magnets, but they still are magnets. We like to use the neodymium ones. Okay, pan's back on. Make sure you've done all the bolts up properly. We've replaced the little aluminium washer on the drain plug. They just had Celastic on there. The cross member, make sure you've put all the bolts on properly. We actually even noticed that this bolt here was completely missing, so we've put a bolt in there. That might have been creating a bit of a rattle. And now we can fill it. Little trick with these, when you're getting the oil level right, they've got these little holders there for the dipstick. What I do is I shove a little hose under there just so it's open until I get the fluid level right. We've put the Triton multi-trans full synthetic fluid in, 5.5 litres, and that's pretty close to where it should be. We have to suck a little bit out. Hope that helps. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave any questions or comments in the section below. There's a link there if I deserve a beer in the description. Much appreciated, keeps us motivated. Thank you for watching.